Every year on January 2nd, Lou sends me a text message and says, this year is the year of the Linux desktop.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. And so it happened this year as well. But I think that 2025 is going to be the year of leaving VMware. And we're seeing a lot of trends on this. We talked about this on past episodes where AT&T is really upset on a 1,000% increase on their service fees. And we talked about others that have migrated to KVM and Proxmox and others. And the newest is that Broadcom, who now owns VMware, has lost a large Austrian cloud provider called Anexia. And Anexia has moved 12,000 VMs over to a KVM-based hypervisor. Now, what's interesting here is they've done this, but they've built their own management front end on top of it, as opposed to using any of the other tools. Now, you may not have ever heard of Anexia. Honestly, I wasn't very familiar with them, but they were founded in 2006, and they have over 1,000 locations around the world, and they have customers like TeamViewer and Lufthansa, so substantial customers.
Oh yeah.
And they have plenty of more that they're dealing with. Now, this article came from the Register, and Anexia's CEO Alexander Windbichler told the Register that after Broadcom acquired VMware, their licensing costs increased dramatically. Now, he wouldn't comment on exactly what that is, but the Register is estimating that that's about 500% increase. So a 5x increase in their licensing costs, which is just crazy. Now, we're seeing things from 3x to 10x increases, like in the case of AT&T. We're seeing companies like AT&T actually do a lawsuit. Now, Windbichler did consider a lawsuit in this case, but figured that was going to be slow and may not be effective, and he needed to make a decision right away. So they made the decision to just cut bait, run, and move over to KVM. Now, there is a cost associated with that migration, but that cost is
development. Yeah.
Had to do development, had to change their API calls and all those other things. But evidently that is much lower than the cost of sticking with VMware. And at those types of increases, imagine any fee that you have, your electric bill, your phone bill, cost of gas, going up 5x overnight. Just imagine that. And what would you have to do in order to deal with that scenario? That's what he's having to deal with. And I think he made the right choice. And I think that what he's saying is, I'm going to be the messenger here. I'm going to wave the flag of we don't have to bow down to that pricing. We have a choice.